We all set?
Yep.
Wow. That was a game of inches, a game of I am speechless as to the amount of character and fight and resilience that our program showed this evening. I thought there were several situations where Wright State could have definitely broken away with a lead, and our guys withstood their best punch and kept chipping away. There was moments where we got in the way of our own selves, and we were able to regroup. Those timely timeouts, but the game-winning play, I had to lean on the starters to make it happen. Torrey Patton carried us, he willed us, but we had to wait and be patient to get Trey Gomillion and Demoy Hodge, going. And it was just not their night. And my head's off to Wright State. They did a wonderful job against them, taking away some openings. But that last play, players make plays. We just was able to make sure we were spaced out in a situation as if they scored and not to panic. And we practice these situations 3 times a week, how many dribbles you can take to go the length of the court. And Demoy Hodge found an opening in the press break. Torrey Patton hit him, and Deontay Johnson finished. Outstanding catch, outstanding game, great finish.
All right, let's open it with questions. Alec, you good to go?
Coach, congratulations on the exhilarating victory. I was just wondering if you could speak a little bit to the steadying force that Torrey Patton has been for you guys so far this season.
Torrey Patton was doing this last season. If you recall, his last 4 or 5 games, he's averaged about 19 points, 8 rebounds. And he had this entire offseason to reflect on what his goal was in terms of how he felt. He did not get any postseason recognition, and he really felt a way about it. And sometimes you have to let and allow young people to face the realities of, not gaining accolades. And at this point, Torrey is playing with like a man on a mission. He's carrying our program, even in the up and downs. I think we're by committee. We had over 11, 12 guys play today, and they all had significant contributions that may not show up in a stat sheet.
Thanks so much, Coach.
Thank you.
Al, are you all set to ask your questions?
No, he's on the radio. Next question.
Yeah, who's up next?
I'd like to ask another one if possible, Billy.
Go ahead.
Okay, so how big of could you speak a little bit to how big of an emphasis you place on finishing defensive possessions with a rebound against as big of a team as Wright State?
I mean, they are an outstanding rebounding team. They pushed and wedged. I just wanted to make sure our guys knew the importance of securing a rebound, but also being able to finish a possession. A couple possessions in that second half, I thought we played wonderful defense, outstanding defense. We just couldn't close it. We were up 4 or 5 or 6 points. We just couldn't close it. And it's just one of those things where we were out of position. But hats off to Loudon Love. He's doing what he does best, and that's wedge and rebound. Same with Grant Basile. He did a wonderful job in the same perspective, and we just have to be more physical on our blockouts.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, Al, you all set, Al? No? All right, sweet. Any other questions for Coach?
Actually, I had one. This is regards to, you mentioned Torrey Patton. The matchup all night seemed to be Torrey Patton and Tim Finke, both on the offensive end and the defensive end. How important was to keep it, especially with Finke and how he was shooting today, how important was that to keep him in check? I know you mentioned Love and Basile, but Finke was definitely a part of it. And also Tanner Holden, too. He was kind of held in check for most of the game as well.
Wright State is a good program. Those guys play within their skills and their talents. I thought they played outstanding basketball in terms of getting to the middle of the court, but also finding their shooters' weak side and making our defense play the second, third, fourth fourth rotation. You look at Finke, I mean, outstanding player in our conference, but also Tanner Holden. For us to be able to contain him below his average, it was very important. And I just thought our guys did a great job, team defensive lead to get stops when we need it, but also keep them guys in front. We got to do a better job with our hands. We're fouling too early. That team went to the free throw line 15 times in the first half, and all of them were correct calls by the referees. So we got to do a better job, but that's a sign of our aggression. That's a sign of our youth, but we just got to do a better job position-wise, and those guys did a wonderful job forcing us into those plays.
Anything else for Coach Gates, guys? You're nothing.
Thanks, guys. Go Vikes. Hey, Al.